Today I want to talk with you about the menstrual cycle. The menstrual cycle is a well-designed physiologic sequence that every woman goes through on a monthly basis until menopause. There are 5 categories of activities occurring at the same time during the menstrual cycle. They are number 1, endometrial cycle, number 2, ovarian hormone secretion, number 3, anterior pituitary hormone release, number 4, body temperature changes, and number 5, the ovarian cycle. In the schematic, we can see these 5 areas: the endometrial cycle at the bottom, followed by the ovarian hormones, followed by the anterior pituitary hormones, followed by body temperature, and lastly, the ovarian cycle. The menstrual cycle is divided categorically into 2 phases. First, the follicular phase, and secondly, the luteal phase. And you can see these 2 phases depicted on the diagram. The first phase, the follicular phase, lasts from day 0 to day 14, and the luteal phase lasts from day 14 to day 28. Let's talk about the follicular phase. What happens during the follicular phase? This phase starts from day 0 to day 14. During this time, the endometrium sloughs off, giving rise to menses. As you can see, the endometrium sloughs off and it gives rise to menses. And that can last from anywhere from day 0 to day 6 or day 7. Menses should last an average of 5 days, but may be longer or shorter. At the same time menses is occurring, both ovarian hormones, namely progesterone and estradiol, remain steadily low, as depicted in the diagram. While menses is occurring and progesterone and estradiol remain low, the pituitary hormones, namely luteinizing hormone and FSH, are also in a low steady state. Body temperature remains at 36 degrees Celsius, which is about 96.8 degrees Fahrenheit, and follicles start to develop in the ovaries. Once menses has ended, the endometrium becomes engorged with blood again. As you can see, progesterone remains steadily low, but estradiol starts to rise. At the same time, both FSH and LH are released from the pituitary and serum level spikes. Body temperature remains the same as before menses, but follicles in the ovaries mature under the influence of FSH. The luteinizing hormone causes ovulation and the development of a corpus luteal cyst. Let's talk about the luteal phase. Number 1, ovulation starts on day 14 of the cycle, as you can see depicted in the diagram. The endometrium becomes engorged with blood, and both estradiol and progesterone remain steadily high. Once ovulation occurs, luteinizing hormone and FSH levels drop significantly. Body temperature rises during the luteal phase. After ovulation, the corpus luteum remains and Keep in mind that the corpus luteum is made from a follicle that housed a maturing egg. The corpus luteum is necessary for conception to occur and for pregnancy to last. It produces hormone, including progesterone. If there is no conception, then the corpus luteum may form a cyst. As the gluteal phase progresses, the endometrium becomes engorged with blood in preparation for implantation of a fertilized egg. Estradiol and progesterone rise significantly but taper off if there is no implantation. FSH and LH remain significantly low, body temperature tapers off, and the corpus luteum starts decreasing in size. On the 28th day, if there is no conception, menses will begin and can last from 1 to 6 days. During menses, the endometrium sloughs off and the cycle starts all over.
Can you summarize this for me, please?
I will be happy to. Let's start with the follicular phase. It starts with menses. During this time, the endometrium sloughs off. Estradiol rises, but progesterone remains at a low, steady level. Luteinizing hormone and follicular stimulating hormone rise towards the end of the phase. Body temperature remains steady. The follicle grows within the ovary, and day 14 comes and the ovary releases the follicle, which is ovulation. In the luteal phase, which begins at day 14, the endometrium becomes engorged with blood. Progesterone rises and estradiol decreases slightly. Both luteinizing hormone and follicular stimulating hormone drop sharply. Body temperature rises and the corpus luteum secretes progesterone. Menses begins towards the end of the luteal phase, and if there is no conception, the cycle starts all over again. Well, thanks for watching. I do hope that you will have a better understanding of the menstrual cycle. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Good night, and I wish you well.